All right, we're making cookies. And we want to know what happens when we increase cookie production from 5 to 11. Okay, so that should tell you that we're dealing with a definite integral going from 5 to 11 of 17 plus 10 e to the 6x dx. Okay, so we know how to integrate 17. That's 17x. Plus, this is going to require u substitution. So if my u is 6x, my du is 6dx. Divide both sides by 6. So du over 6 equals dx. I'm going to move this 17x away for a minute. All right, so that gives me the integral of 10e to the 6x dx becomes the integral of 10e to the u, and then my dx becomes du over 6. So that gives me 5/4 e to the u du. And what's the integral of e to the u? It's e to the u. So my 17, I'm going to drop back down here as 17x plus 5/4 e to the u, which is 6x. And we're going to evaluate that from 5 to 11. And this is going to be a really obnoxious number because I am making these up as I go. So I have 17 times 11 plus 5/4 e to the 66 minus 17 times 5 plus 5/4 e to the 30th. And I'm telling you now, your calculator is not going to spit out a pretty answer because these are monstrously huge numbers. But again, I'm making this up as I go. So let's do another one for Module 10. Let's do something a little bit friendlier. So if I've got p prime of x equals 16 plus... All right, let's do another video. Different example that's going to work out a little bit better. So I have p prime of x equals 16 plus 4 e to the 0.7x. So I'm going to integrate both sides. And that gives me p of x equals the integral of 16 plus 4 e to the 0.7x dx. And we're taking that from 3 to 7. So we know how to integrate 16. I'm going to drop that down to the bottom, so don't forget about your 16. The 4e to the 0.7x, I'm going to use u substitution on it. So my u is the inside where my variable is. My du is going to be 0.7 dx. Divide both sides by 0.7. And I get du over 0.7 equals dx. So now I can start subbing stuff in. So remember, I'm just doing this part of it. So I have the integral of 4 e to the u, and then instead of dx, I've got du over 0.7, which gives me 4 over 0.7 e to the u du. And just to make life easier, I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom of this by 10. That way I don't have a decimal place in the denominator. So I've got 40 over 0.7, this times 10 and this times 10. E to the u du. And what's the integral of e to the u? It's e to the u. So I now have the integral of 16 becomes 16x. The integral of 47 e to the u becomes 47 e to the u, which is 0.7x. And I'm going to take that from 3 to 7. So I've got 16 times 7 plus 47 e to the 0.7 times 7 minus, sub in 3's, so I've got 16 times 3 plus 47 e to the 0.7 times 3. And then when I sub all this in my calculator, I'm going to get 16 times 7 gives me, well, let's just finish out the rest of it. 40 over 7 e to the 0.7 times 7 gives me 879.3701 696 minus, sub in 3's, and I get 94.66, 38.2807, and when I subtract those two, I get 784.706, 34.15. So that is my consumer surplus. You can't see what I just did. There you go. And that is it for Module 10.